you got to pay for quality sometimes. Well, you know what? COVID-19, that has kept all of us kind of cooped up this spring. Everyone is eager to get outdoors, stretch their legs. So solo and now small group activities such as hiking are growing in popularity. But so is the number of injuries and rescues, particularly in desert climates like we have all across Arizona. Sergeant Steve Ferree is with the Pima County Sheriff's Department Search and Rescue Unit. And good morning. Thanks for joining us. You're in Tucson right now. So talk about this. How many hiker rescues or hiking related rescues are you seeing now in Pima County compared to perhaps a typical summer?
So we generally always get busier at the beginning of summer. However, this year we've doubled our call load over last year and an even greater increase since 2018.
So do you kind of link that increase to people who are outdoors now and needing rescue because of the COVID-19 lockdowns and people are itching to get outside?
It definitely seems like it. The trailheads, the parking lots are much more crowded than in previous years.
Also, you know, Arizona now seeing kind of a spike in COVID cases dramatically. So could that be part of the crowds at trailheads and even some of the narrow paths making social distant hiking kind of difficult and perhaps making the spread even easier?
Not too sure about that. What we've been seeing is people are maintaining the social distancing on trail. Although, you know, the trails are a little bit tighter, people are making way, wearing their PPE when they encounter somebody.
And Arizona also synonymous with the heat. Tucson has seen a couple of 100-degree days, even higher on 35 days so far this year. So how has the heat also impacted the hikers and perhaps the number of rescues you've had to perform?
The majority of our rescues have all involved heat injuries, dehydration, that sort of thing. Our first 100-degree day was April 29th, and we have not cooled down since that point.
Wow. And also another big issue has been the wildfires in Pima County this year. You got the Bighorn fire in particular is closing in on 100,000 acres. Is the fire and smoke also impacting hikers and perhaps the need for rescue?
It's kind of had an impact on rescues for sure. But about 3/4 of our hiking areas have actually been closed due to the fire to prevent anybody from going into those areas and getting rescued.
So a lot of novice hikers getting out there because they don't want to perhaps go to a closed-in gym now with COVID-19. So what are the three things that every hiker should have with them before heading out?
Out here, it's definitely very important to have water. Make sure you turn around when you're about halfway through your water. Have a charged cell phone. A lot of the trails can branch off various directions, so the cell phone technology will help you and help us locate you. And start your hikes early in the morning. Get out there before the heat of the day.
So we've been dealing with the wildfire, dealing with the heat, and now we're closing in on the monsoon season. So now thunderstorms and lightning also a big issue. People probably need to be particularly close to the weather forecast if they're heading outside.
Absolutely, and we always have the possibility of flash floods. We get the mountain rain, so it may be clear in Tucson, but it rains in the mountains. That water's all coming downhill eventually, and you may be unprepared for it.
Great information, and thanks for everything you and the men and women in your department do to keep people safe out there. That is Sergeant Steve Ferree with the Pima County Sheriff's Department in Tucson there with the search and rescue. Thanks for talking with us. Well, let's talk about this.